Right now, you're at risk of losing the most essential part of your personality as a young adult, and that is your calling. Social media and cheap instant gratification are absolutely ravaging through society right now, especially with people like us, people who are young adults trying to start their lives and move forward. And unfortunately, you know, we've been affected by this from a young age, but we've let it continue to hinder our progress. Of course, we're changing, and that's okay. As a society, as a new generation, we're going to be different than past generations. But the effect that social media and the rise of technology has had on us is so substantial. We're at risk of never reaching what we could reach within ourselves. Us dying to instant gratification, always wanting to be on our phones, needing that notification, needing that next hit, that next high. It's made us forget that there's so much more to life than that. It's made us forget that we are limitless wells of potential. We have so much to offer and so much to do in our lives. And we're so focused on who likes me, or like, is this person seeing what I'm doing? Like, that doesn't matter. Right now in your life, that doesn't matter. If you're in your 20s, your early 20s, late teens, whatever it may be, it is a quintessential time for you to get up and start moving towards what you want to do. How nice does it sound that by the time you're 30, you could be financially free and free from quite literally almost everything that you have in mind? You know how you get there? You don't get there by doom scrolling and staying on your phone and doing things that don't make you happy, and genuine happiness, that is. You do that by getting up every day and locking in. And we need to foster an age where we just wake up and we lock in, especially at this time. And there's so many arguments against this type of lifestyle, this get up and grind, get up and lock in and do what you have to do. There's a lot of hate towards it nowadays. People don't want to do it because it's hard. And yeah, it's hard and it sucks. And you're thinking, hey, I should use this time to really, you know, do whatever. I'm young, it doesn't matter. But no, take this time now and sacrifice a year or two of your 20s so you can live comfortably the rest of your life. Yes, I am the first to agree and say that you should go out and explore and do all like the energetic things in your life when you're in your early 20s, but it's also the greatest time to build something. How do you want to be remembered? That's a question that a lot of us we ask ourselves, and we say something like, I want to start a family, and maybe they'll remember me for a couple generations. And I'll just be forgotten. Don't you know that inside of you, you have something so much more? You have the ability to be remembered for generations far beyond the ones you create. You have the ability to be in a textbook if you remembered that, or in another way, remember it online as technology keeps rising. We often forget, and I don't think we fully realize the potential we have, because something happens in our life, whether it's a trauma or something along that nature, that destroys our self-image, and we don't think highly of ourselves. And we always have this inch of self-doubt. We're like, maybe I won't reach that goal. Even if I work hard for it, maybe I won't reach. And that's what I'm trying to get at here for locking in. It's not about, yes, have the end in mind. Think about the end, of course. Think about you being where you want to be. But it's about getting up and doing the action, the journey behind getting to where you want to go. That all that starts with you locking in. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to decide that you no longer want to be mediocre? You want to change. You want to be better. You want to add something to this world. Leave this world giving back in a way that makes the future generations thrive. I think this, I know it is. I don't think, I know it is a goal that everyone has inherently as humans. Like, just the way we've evolved, we always want to do better. We have this drive within us, even if we're going through the shittiest things. We have this drive within us that will always push and will always want more. We're never satisfied. It's never enough. So use that energy to create and build an empire, a community. Use it to be great. You have that ability. You don't have to do anything with it. It's not forced upon you. There's so many people out there that have gone, before us, that they didn't use that potential, but they had it. You get that gift. So when you realize you have that gift and you have that ability, why not use it? Why not foster? A lot of you might sit here and ask, well, how do I get started? I'm far behind. Like, I'm too old to be doing this, or like I'm already 23 or whatever, and I can't do this. No. You need to the very first thing you need to do is you need to look inside yourself and have a conversation with yourself about this, about your mentality, about your mindset. People don't know it, but there's a great power within us that leads to this limitless potential that I've been talking about. And that's your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind will guide you and will allow you to do anything you want. You might think that sounds crazy, but it's absolutely true. It's been shown in countless examples. There's literally a book on it called The Power of the Subconscious Mind, where it is 135 pages of examples and different ways you can use your subconscious mind to create the life that you want to. Obviously, you have to put in the work. You can't just sit down and meditate and ask for everything to come to you. You have to put in the work. But when you put in the work and you have the right mentality when putting in the work, and you stay consistent with that mentality, things will flow to you no matter what. It's important to understand too that just because you want something, it's not going to come to you. This power of the subconscious mind, it won't ever bring something to you or continue to produce something in your life that will cause you harm or hurt you in the future. It will take it out. It will bring you peace, love, harmony. If that's what you're looping in your mind. The very first step is changing your mentality. Look within yourself and ask yourself why. The most important question is why. And I get that idea from a book I'm currently reading, Start With Why by Simon Sinek. Absolutely great book. And it gives you real life examples, and it gives you the breakdown of why the why is so important. Once you start with your why, you can get to your how. Why do you want to be better? Why do you want to build a community? Why are you thinking about any of this in the first place? Tackle every angle of that why until you have a clearly defined why do I wake up in the morning every day? Why do I do what I do? That gives you your purpose. And once you find your purpose and you truly believe it and you truly stand 100% on it, you stand on that principle, you stand on that ground, you die on that hill. Once you're at that point, then you can slowly figure out how you're going to do it. Okay, I'm spending too much time on my phone. Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever, YouTube. I need to start doing something to fix that. What am I going to do? How, how, how am I going to do something that is going to come back to my why and make sure I stay on my why? What action will I have to take in order to fully get behind my why? To let it stop being a roadblock for me. A perfect example is setting an app like time limit. Say you're spending, 6 hours on your phone daily. Set limits on those things that keep you distracted from what you really want. It's okay to spend time on your phone. It's okay to scroll. I'm not telling you to completely stop. And it's going to take a while for you to completely stop if that's what you want to do. You need to start slow. Give yourself space, give yourself time, but don't fester in that comfort. Don't fall in love with the comfort. Fall in love with slowly falling out of that comfort. Every day, you should try to be 1% better. We hear that all the time. That's something that, has been pushed throughout social media and throughout everything. And I believe that's 100% true. If you're really trying to change, it's about a 1% change every single day. So say you put a time limit on Instagram for 35 minutes. And say you spend 40 minutes. Say you go over. Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Tomorrow, do 1 minute less. That's all it takes. It's small changes every single day. And you'll see as the weeks and the months go by, you will change. To really allow this change to happen, you need to start now. There is no perfect time. There is no tomorrow. It's never guaranteed. Not to be morbid, but you could die in your sleep tonight and you wouldn't know. You never got to live out that full potential. And a lot of people are like, okay, if I'm going to die anyways, and I might die soon, why even give it a shot? Well, why not give it a shot? Like I said, you get the opportunity to do these things. Give it a shot, and even if you don't make it, hey, you gave it an honest effort. You can sleep at peace with yourself knowing that you did what you had to do. But you got to stop. You got to drop all the bullshit. You got to lock in. It starts now. It starts today. Work toward your goals and dreams. Start that YouTube channel. Start that podcast. Start that business. Do it now. Look at videos if you have to. Look at guides. Talk to people. Break out of your comfort zone. The absolute best time to do this is right now. Not a week from now. Not when you're done with your homework. No, it's right now. Realizing how important your life purpose is will help you move in a direction that will give you true happiness, true joy, true harmony. Stop falling into things that you're not really happy with. Things that give you an instant sense of happiness that won't last. Don't fall into that. Don't allow it to control you. And I know that each and every single one of you, like I said before, has limitless potential. You have limitless abilities. So go find your calling. Go find your why. and work towards it now. You'll reap the benefits in the future, and you live a life that's truly worth the effort, the pain, the struggle. It'll all be worth it if you start now and you lock in. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sebastian Valentin, and I host the Stag Project, which is a podcast and now YouTube channel. I'm in the middle of changing things around, and I'll release a video in the future here on what I plan to do with this channel and podcast. If you're interested in being part of a community that strives to better other people and to make the world around you a better and more refined place, to create leaders, consider subscribing. Thank you. And as always, take care.